This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. We will wait for 2 more minutes for others to join, other learners to join, and then we'll start our discussion. 2 minutes we'll wait for other learners to join, and then we'll start our discussion. Guys, thanks for joining. We will wait for 2 more minutes, and then we'll start our discussion. Thanks all.
Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Myself, Saravanan Srinivasan. So, I'm going to take you through this entire journey of JMeter performance testing tool learning. So, what we will do today, we will discuss about what content that we are going to learn. So, I'm encouraging each and every one of you. Please stop me at any point of time. Whatever that you feel like you need more clarity and explanation, please stop me at any point of time. We will discuss, we'll get the clarity, and then we'll move on. Because basically the intention of this particular session is to know like what we are going to learn and what capability that we are having. Okay, so definitely, if you are interacting, then only you will get more clarity. So what we will do, we'll discuss the course content, and maybe you guys can even tell me like what is your expectation, what for we are joining this session, what is actually expected out of this session. All the things we can discuss, not a problem. Okay, so with that small introduction, we will quickly go into our course content. So before even going to that, see, this course content we designed for probably like multiple group of people, say those who are completing your college and then you're trying to join any IT company where you wanted to join as a performance tester. Yes, you can learn this tool. Or you are already doing manual performance testing and you wanted to move your career to performance testing world. Yes, you can learn this tool. Or you are already working in different performance testing tool, you wanted to cross skill upskill yourself in JMeter tool. Yes, you can do all these things. Or a person who is actually there in the non IT background and they wanted to move to the IT background by taking this tool learning. Yes, you can also do it. So with that explanation, we will set the context. Because every time whenever I'm starting this explanation, definitely people will ask these questions. Or if I directly learn this tool, is it possible for me to survive in the industry or what? Because that is a general question, right? So here what I am going to do, we are going to learn from the scratch only. I mean, performance testing concepts. Okay, performance testing concepts, process, what you will do if you are getting that opportunity, when your customer is actually giving the requirement related to performance testing, from where you will start, what are all the information that you require. So that level only I'm going to start. So don't worry, we are not only going to focus on tool is, yes, tool is important. I'm not saying like you don't really require tool knowledge is actually important, but along with that, the process is also important, guys, because during interview they will check how strong you have knowledge in these process level also. So that is the reason what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover combination of process level knowledge and then tool level knowledge in industry. Right now what is actually happening, right now what is actually the expectation, what are all the things your customer will ask, how you can answer to those questions, not only in the customer level, during the interview what are all the questions regularly you will get it, say like tool level, process level, what are all the questions that you will get it, and what are all the frequently asked questions, right? That also we are going to discuss in this course journey. Basically, once you are completing this course journey, it is easy for you to crack the interviews, and also what are all the challenging work that are coming, you can easily do in your regular day-to-day task. Okay, so that is how the entire course content is actually designed. Yes, there are things like additional learning, like integration capabilities, or something in real time, what are all the different challenges that you will get it, how you overcome that, or certain times a normal activity when you are trying to do it, it will not work, what are all the workaround activity that you will do it, all the things that we are going to discuss in this course journey. Okay, definitely it's kind of from basics to advanced level of learning that we are going to do, and that too from the scratch level. We are going to start from zero knowledge, because that is important. Those who are new to this sector or new to this zone also, they'll quickly learn different concepts in performance testing. That will show to others that how you have a strong understanding in performance testing side. So that is what our intention. Okay, I'll take a pass here. Any question, guys, till now? Okay, thank you. So I'll quickly move to the course content. So this is what I told you. I'm not going to straight away jump into a tool concept. Before to that, what we are going to do, we are going to learn from the introduction part of it. Performance testing means what? Okay, because uh, yes, uh, in this forum a mixture of people will be there. Maybe you guys would have heard about functional testing and non-functional testing. Okay, what is functional testing, what is non-functional testing? Functional testing, what are all the activity you will do? Non-functional testing, what are all the activities you will do? Performance testing comes under what testing? Like that we are going to start from the scratch. Okay, that is what the initial context setting we are going to do, because that itself many they don't have the clarity. Okay, even I'll tell it in this way. Say like suddenly customer is actually giving a request to the service company. Okay, service company, they are getting the request, uh, uh, that request, from where it is actually starting, how it is actually converted into project, that kind of an explanation also I'm going to give. I don't know in this forum anybody doing existing performance testing activity? Anybody? No? Any load runner, neo load performance testers? Yeah, Kalyan, you are doing? Okay, very good. Yeah. So why I asked this question? So how you are gathering the information and how you are going to do performance testing? Those are the frequently asked interview questions. So I am going to start from that level, early stage. Okay, early stage. The two, when customer is actually floating that requirement to the service company, they usually call that as RFP, request for proposal. request for proposal. Okay, those are actually a knowledge. Okay, definitely you guys should definitely require that knowledge. So I'll start from that point and how it is actually reaching to the level of performance testing, and in performance testing how we are going to do using JMeter. That level of details we are going to cover it, guys, because definitely it is actually important when you are thinking about your next 5 years and 10 years or 15 years in performance testing world. All these things are important. All these learning is actually important. Okay, so that is what we are going to cover in this course journey. So introduction part of it, I am going to start explaining the what is performance testing. Okay, what is performance testing and different type of testing. What are all the different type of testing in the industry right now people are doing? In industry right now, what are all the different type of testing people are doing? During interview also, the interviewer will ask what is load test, what is stress test, what is endurance test, or what is scalability test, what is high availability test, what is resiliency test, what is peak load test, like that. There are different type of tests that are available. I am going to explain each and every test types. What is this test type? What you are going to do in that? What are all the load condition? How much of a duration that you are going to execute? All the things I will explain. Why? Because during the interview, the interviewer will cross question. In these points, they will cross question and they will understand whether you have a depth knowledge in these activities or what. So, I am going to explain the definition, concurrent user load, duration, why you are doing these type of testing, and how you are going to extract the report, right? So, all the things we are going to discuss in this particular section. In this particular section, we are going to discuss about different types of testing and all technical nuances related to the type of testing. So this ground level understanding is very important, guys. Okay, very important. Why I'm saying, without this knowledge, learning the tool is not at all valid. Learning the tool is not at all valid if you don't have the foundation level understanding. So we are going to start from the foundation knowledge. What is this testing means? What are all the different type of testing? Why we are doing different type of testing? All those things we are going to discuss. Any question, guys, till now? Okay, I'll take this silence as we are clear on all the points that we discussed. Now, quickly, yes, we are going to learn about JMeter introduction because that is also important. How I am going to design this course content is that probably in the early stage, I mean, a fifth session or even eighth session, 10th session itself, you should be knowing entire concepts about JMeter, and on top of it, additional features, additional capabilities, additional technical terms. That is how the course content is actually designed, so that at least in the early stage itself, probably in the 10th day itself, you should have a wide understanding about what is this tool is for, what are all the things that you can achieve it, what are all the core capabilities of this JMeter, like that you will get an understanding. That way only we are going to learn it. In order to start that learning, okay, JMeter is a tool, right? So in order to learn about JMeter, internally the labels, menus, elements, sub columns, sub menus, those understanding is actually important, right? That I'm going to explain in this particular section. In this particular section, I'm going to explain that individual elements, individual terms and terminologies. Because after setting this knowledge only, whatever I'm explaining, you will get it in a clear way, right? So that is the reason this particular section we are going to discuss about test plan means what, non-test element means what, thread group means what, sampler means what, logic controller means what, assertion, timer, all the element level understanding we are going to get it. Why? Because then once after getting the label level or heading level understanding, I'm going to explain in the bottom. In the bottom, I'm going to explain everything in a multiple section. Multiple section, I'm going to explain. Okay. Once I'm setting this introduction, name level, label level explanation, straight away I'll explain about how to download the JMeter. How to download the JMeter. I'll explain about how to download the JMeter from their official website. Official website, how to download the Apache JMeter tool. And in order to run this JMeter tool, because JMeter is what? It's a Java tool. JMeter is a Java tool. In order to make this tool to run in your machine, Java is actually required, right? I'm going to explain about how to set up the Java home and path. How to set up the Java home and path. Okay, because after setting this Java home and path only, you can launch your JMeter, because JMeter is a Java tool. JMeter is a Java tool. And then if there is any proxy, configuration explanation. Okay, say like JMeter is actually communicating through a port. Port. Okay, so how to set up that configuration? And certain times, okay, and certain times your application is actually internet based application, HTTPS. HTTPS. If your application is HTTP, not a problem. Sometimes it will not create a problem. But if your website is a HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure, like if your website is actually a secure website, certain times your JMeter recording, sometimes it will create certain issue. In order to overcome that issue, there is a concept called JMeter certification installation. JMeter certification installation. I'll explain how to generate the JMeter certification and how to install the JMeter certification under the trusted root certificate. So that also we are going to discuss in a detailed way. There are one or two there are one or two interview questions under this particular section. During the regular explanation of the section, I'll explain about how to generate the certificate. Just a minute, we got a question. We should know Java. See, there is nothing like you should be super guru in these languages and all. As a basic knowledge, or sometime even if you have the knowledge to Google and then try to modify that, that itself you can survive. Okay, and that too, I'll tell you, it is not mandatory that every time you will get the option to do the scripting and all. With simple recording and playback itself we can handle. There are exception to exception scenario. There are situation which is unable to handle by JMeter. There are situation your organization application is actually more complex. In that situation only you may require to write a small customized script. Other than that, it is not really mandatory. And that also you are not going to write a complex scripting and all. A small scripting, and that you even certain times you can take it from the internet and then do a small modification and then use it. Okay, so answer to your question, basic understanding is it's sufficient. You should not require to have a very advanced knowledge and all. It is not required, Purti. Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you. So this certificate section, probably one or two interview questions will come. I'll explain how to change the expiry date for your certificate and how to install the certificate. All those things I'll explain. And then in JMeter, there are property files that are there. I'll explain about those property files. And in that, user.property means what, JMeter.property means what, like that I'll explain during our regular session. And then browser proxy setup. Okay, in browser, how you are going to configure your proxy so that your tool and your browser, how it is actually going to communicate. That also we are going to discuss, because in order to avoid unnecessary traffic disturbance, there is a port in which your tool and your browser will communicate, because your JMeter tool will act like a proxy server. How your JMeter is actually acting like a proxy server, how the communication is actually happening, all those things we will discuss in a practical way. In a practical way, will discuss during our regular session. And then there is a interview question called JMeter execution order. JMeter execution order. Okay, this is actually a regularly asked interview question. So there is, I told you, right, there are elements that we discussed in this particular session, right? There is a order in which it will execute. Usually in JMeter, there is an order in which it will execute. That is actually called as execution order. So I will explain during our session how or what order your JMeter script will execute. First of all, configuration element, second preprocessor, third timer, fourth sampler, like that I'll explain how the execution order is actually working, right? That we will discuss in this particular section. Okay, and then so JMeter is a Java tool. Just now I told you JMeter is a Java tool. So they are providing two options. One is the binary options. Okay, so what they are saying, They are exporting. If you look at their official website itself, I'll show you Apache JMeter download, right? Apache JMeter download. So if you are going to their official website, they are giving two options. One is binary option, another one is source option. Okay. So binary is nothing but already the tool is available. Already the tool is available. We are going to use the tool for the performance testing. That is one type. That is what we are going to do. That is what we are going to do regularly. We are going to use that. But JMeter is an open source tool. JMeter is an open source tool, Java tool. What they are doing, they are providing the source option also. Those who wanted to write their own jar file, you can write. You can write. Even Kalyan can write. Even Neha can write. Damodar can write. Anybody can write it. Their own plugins, their own jar files. So that option you are trying to do it means you are going to use the source file option. Okay. So that source, I'm saying right, like the plugin in JMeter, they are maintaining a place called plugin manager. They are maintaining a place called plugin manager. So that concept also we are going to discuss in plugin manager. What are all the things that are there, how to bring the plugin manager capability in your JMeter instance. If you are configuring your plugin manager, how the plugin manager menu will come to JMeter. By default plugin manager will not be there in JMeter. What activity that you have to perform in order to bring the plugin manager, like that I'm going to explain one by one we are going to discuss. Okay. So which means that plugin manager concept also we are going to discuss. And then straight away we are going to discuss about basic script recording in JMeter. How the script recorder, how the request filtering, all the things, how it is actually working, we are going to discuss. Certain times what will happen, your customer will say, boss, I don't want to record JavaScript, CSS, PNG, JPEG. Those are the static files in my web page. Those are the static page in my website. Those content I don't want to record it in my script. So how we are going to handle it, how we are going to do the suggested excludes, how we are going to filter those components, right? That is what we are going to discuss in this particular section. Okay. And then I told you, right, that elements, right? So thread group is one of the thing we are going to discuss. Under that, four different thread group we are going to discuss. Sampler means what? Under that, different samplers. Logic controller means what? Under that, different logic controller, config element, timer, assertion, listener, pre-processor, post-processor. Everything is actually the important concepts available in JMeter, and that too different flavors, different type of activities that we are performing, right? I am going to explain that. That is the reason I told you in the initial part of the course content itself, I'm going to set the context. In the initial part of the course content itself, I'm going to set the context. Basically, sampler, what it will perform, logic controller, what it will perform, preprocessor, assertion, timer, post processor, listener, everything definition wise, and in real time, why we are using each and everything. That also we are going to discuss in the early part of the course content. And in the later part of the course content, what we are going to do, what are all the different types of thread group, what are all the different sampler we will use, what are all the different assertions that we will use, like that. While covering this topic, I'll explain every topic, what are all the interview question will come during the interview. In this particular, what question they will ask, in what way they will ask the question, what are all the twisting questions that they'll ask, all the things we will discuss during this one by one topic. Because see, whenever I'm going for the interview, okay, whenever I'm going for the interview, what I usually check is that, see, there are regularly used capabilities that are there, and there are, I mean, probably medium utilized capabilities are there. I just wanted to say how you are good in regularly utilized capabilities, how you are good in that medium utilized capabilities, like that. I'll ask certain questions, something related to how to handle the static data, something related to how to handle the dynamic data. Like that, I will ask certain question during the interview. So those are the questions I will explain during the regular session itself. I'll say like, example, sampler section, what are all the questions usually come, logic controller, what are all the questions usually come, or config element, all the sections we will discuss, and what are all the interview questions will come, like that. Those are like in industry right now, what practice people are following, in what way they are using the JMeter tool, what are all the best practices that they are following, what are all the usually used components, what are all the additionally used components, like that we will discuss in each and every topic. Okay, I'll take a pass here, guys. Any question till now? Yeah, thank you. So, so that is what is actually till post processor we are going to cover. Okay, so and then we are going to discuss about end-to-end script recording with the two sample applications, because that is also important, right? Because when you are learning with the sample applications only, you are getting it to know what are all the different activities, or what are all the regular activities that you are doing, right from getting the URL, username, password, and then critical business flows for your performance testing, how we are recording the flow, how we are replaying the flow, how we are handling the static data, how we are handling the dynamic data, how we are validating the content, how we are adding the timer. Those are the steps, right? So that steps, how we are using, how we are doing it in the uh, two application level, that we are going to discuss in a detailed way, which is like practical way, right? Practically what is actually happening in the ground, we are going to discuss. Okay, that we are going to do it here. And then, so usually what will happen in the industry, your end user will give you say like 1000 user load, 2000 user load, 4000 user load, like that. So I already told you JMeter is a Java tool. JMeter is a Java tool. Any Java tool or software, it is actually going to run on the JVM. Any Java tool or software, it is actually run on a JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So there is a memory dependency is there. There is a memory dependency which is actually called as heap memory, which is actually called as heap memory. So in JMeter, if you are running a large volume performance testing, if your JMeter heap memory is not sufficient, okay, then we are going to do a concept called distributed load testing. I mean, you are going to run the test in different machine instead of running the test in one machine. How you are going to run the test in multiple machine, that is actually called as distributed load testing, or master slave mode, or remote testing. Okay, everything is actually same, all name is actually same. I'm just telling it for the explanation purpose. What is distributed load testing, what is master slave mode, what is remote testing, all the things we are going to discuss, okay. And here also I'm going to explain about interview questions. Master slave mode, how you are doing. When you are doing master slave mode, how many users you are giving in real time, how many user it will execute. In order to run this test, you wanted to configure your heap memory, means what will you do? Or you wanted to run the test in multiple machine, means what will you do? In order to run the test in single machine, means what will you do? What are all the command line command that you will use it when you are running the test in remote testing, like that I will explain different interview questions. Okay guys, maybe for the for the first day, maybe you guys will feel certain things actually little technical, but don't worry, everything we are going to cover one by one in a practical way, in a detailed way. Right now, in this section, in this particular session, I am just setting the context. These are the things that we are going to learn in this course journey, and what are all the detailed activity that we are going to do in this course journey, that is what I'm explaining right now. But when you are going to the real time explanation, we will see every topic in a detailed way we are going to look into these topics, guys. Okay. Okay, so where we are. So, and then next one is running the test in GUI mode. Okay, running the test in GUI mode. So I told you JMeter is a Java tool, and Java will require a heap memory, so JVM. So how to set up that, what is the min memory, max memory explanation, that also I am going to explain. And apart from web application performance testing, okay, I told you, right, two sample application we are going to discuss, right? So apart from web application performance testing, we are going to learn about web services performance testing. We are also going to learn about REST services performance testing. Okay, these two are also important because in certain organization they are not giving the web application performance testing task. They are giving the web services or REST services performance testing task. So that is the reason we added this topic so that you can learn it in a detailed way. Say like when your customer is asking you to web application performance testing, what are all the details that you should request from the customer? Endpoint details, test data details, payload details, header details, authorization details, like that. In order to do a web services or REST services performance testing, what are all the input details? What are all the output details that you need to request to your customer, right? Those are the things we are going to discuss in this topic, okay, which is very important because that shows the way you are asking these prerequisite tasks, the customer will understand that you have a very very strong understanding in this web services and REST services performance testing, okay. And then very 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 important thing, nowadays every customer they are asking, why don't you integrate or why don't you send the data from JMeter tool to APM tool, JMeter tool to APM tool. So that is the reason I added two APM tool, which is very important, leading in the market. These two tools are leading in the market. I'm going to explain about how we are going to integrate your JMeter tool to Dynatrace, how we are going to integrate your JMeter tool to AppDynamics. When you are running the test in JMeter, how you are going to see the JMeter level data in Dynatrace, how we are going to see the JMeter level data in AppDynamics, and then how you are going to do the further investigation. That thing we are going to discuss in these two topics. In these two topics we are going to discuss about APM tool integration. APM tool integration. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question?
In Dynatrace, do we check the logs or else only integration part?
Transaction level data, JMeter transaction level data.
Okay.
So I think we got a question in the group. Duration, right? 30 hours. 30. 30.
Means like
Don't worry.
transactions means every test cases which will be recorded in the Dynatrace.
See, in your JMeter, you will put certain transactions, right? Login, search, payment, add to cart, log out. Like that, you will put the transactions, right? That
Yes.
transaction level data, you are going to get it in Dynatrace. Okay?
Is Dynatrace a reporting tool?
Monitoring tool, application
Monitoring.
performance monitoring tool. See,
So if we
actually,
get any errors, we can check in the monitoring tool, right?
not not JMeter errors. If there is anything application error, yes, you can. JMeter errors within JMeter. You can see the application errors in Dynatrace tool. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
See, I wanted to put one more disclaimer here. Actually, those who are searching for job, okay, those who are searching for job, newly attending interview, nowadays the trend is one performance testing tool knowledge and one APM tool knowledge is actually the bare minimum. One performance testing tool knowledge and one APM tool knowledge is bare minimum. So that is the reason I'm saying I'm little explaining about this concept also. At least you have a fair understanding about APM tool. Okay. So, but our focus area is actually JMeter only. Our focus area is JMeter, but I wanted to show the integration capability also. That is the reason I added this course content. And then there is one more visualization tool in the market, which is actually called as Grafana. Grafana. So I am going to run the JMeter test. My JMeter data, it is actually going to store in InfluxDB. From InfluxDB, it is going to display the data in Grafana. This is also a very, very important activity, very, very important interview question also. So that also we are going to discuss in a step-by-step way. Okay. and then running the JMeter in the non-GUI mode. Actually, I told you JMeter is a Java tool. JMeter is a Java tool. If you are running the test in the GUI mode, unnecessarily it will create some Java related issues, Java memory related issues it will give. In order to avoid the Java memory related issues, they are following a process called non GUI mode of execution. Non GUI mode of execution they are doing. So how to do that non GUI mode of execution, and explanation for that we are going to look into, and how to generate the HTML report, JTL report, and then how to analyze the report also we are going to discuss in a detailed way. This report analysis is actually very important, guys. Very important in real world. uh, those who are having a strong understanding of report analysis capability, they can survive nicely. They can survive because they can easily convince your customer by providing a detailed report. So that is the reason I'm saying report analysis is actually very important. And in JMeter there is a inbuilt capability called functions. So just now somebody asked a question, right? I wanted to learn the Java or what? Okay, actually, if you are aware of the different functions that are available in JMeter, and it is actually solving your current problem, means there is no point in writing the Java code and all. Simply by using the function itself, you can achieve that particular task. If the function is not available, only you are going to think about writing the script and all. Okay, again we got a question. Are we cover mobile? See, the challenge is nowadays getting the app, mobile app is actually the challenge, Swati. Okay, and that too, you have to root the app, root the device. I mean, root the device, and then your app SDK should have permission. Lot of challenges are there. Actually, we initially took this mobile performance testing sessions and all, but now because of the heavy restrictions that are there, we are unable to do it. But if you want me to cover on a high level understanding, I'm okay for it. I can even spend some time in explaining that. Okay. So that is what inbuilt functions you can use it in certain cases, and there is an option Jenkins integration, because right now people are doing some CI/CD pipeline executions, right? You are working in agile model, the sprint cycle that you are working. There are people they are doing the CI/CD pipeline executions, right? So in that situation, they'll ask you a question: have you ever done integration with the Jenkins or Azure DevOps or Bamboo or what? So we are going to learn about Jenkins integration concept, and then how to do server monitoring using JMeter also we are going to learn. And sometimes if your JMeter is actually unable to record certain traffic, if your JMeter is actually unable to record certain traffic, you can use BlazeMeter plugin also. That also we are going to discuss, and basic understanding about Bean shell scripting, and what are all the best practices that are there in JMeter, and interview questions we are going to learn. And if you have any question and answer, we will discuss in a detailed way. So these are the things we are going to cover as part of this course journey. Okay, as part of this course journey, these are the course content that we are going to learn. So this course journey we are going to cover it for 30 hours of session, 30. Okay, 30 hours of session we are going to cover it. Okay, so this timeline 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST, weekdays Monday to Friday we are going to have the session, Saturday Sunday holiday, Saturday Sunday holiday, Monday to Friday we are going to have the session. 30 plus hours of session we are going to cover it, 30 plus hours of session we are going to cover it. And uh, all these sessions are actually recorded, all these sections are actually recorded. We will share the videos in YouTube playlist URL. In YouTube playlist URL we will share the video on a daily basis, and these videos, whatever the videos that we are sharing to you, right, these videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. Lifetime access, you will be having it any number of times, you can watch it. Sometimes if you are unable to attend the session because of certain reason, you can watch the video and then later you can come back and ask your questions. These videos you are going to have it for lifetime access, guys. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number 8019924227, 8019924227. I'll copy paste this number in the chat, you guys can take it. This is Kumar sir number. You can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information, course timing, course content, anything that you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. And all the explanations and setup we are going to discuss in our regular session itself. Any question, guys?
Sir, it was mentioned it was a live session. So that is the reason we have took time and we have joined this demo. And after at the end of the session, it is being told that it is a recorded session. Even the
No,
recording
no.
session we can get in a Udemy, right?
Sorry, Deepika, you wrongly received that information. Right now, you and me are talking, right? The session is actually recorded. Okay. I'm saying just after completion of the session, on a daily basis, you will get the video format also. If in case you wanted to
Okay.
go through again, you can watch the video.
Okay, so it is live, live and
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
just being recorded.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Daily, what I will do, I will explain in the live way, and after the
Okay.
session, our team will share the video. If in case you wanted to go through the video for any clarity or query, you can go through the video, and video is with you for lifetime access. That is what I told you.
Okay, got it. Sorry. I thought it was a recorded videos you are going to share daily
No, no,
basis.
no, no. Everything is actually live and practical. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Hello,
one more
sir.
thing I wanted to know.
Sorry, guys, one at a time. Yeah, Batmalochan.
Yeah, so like end of the course, so is there any project related to this?
See, that's what the sample application that I told you, right? That is the application using which we are going to practice all the capabilities in JMeter.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can ask your question, Damodar.
Yeah, thank you. So that's what he mentioned right just now. We are going to practice on the real-time application or any demo kind of application.
See, demo applications we are going to cover it. Okay. But in that applications, all the assignments or the talking points, whatever we are doing, right? You guys also should do that. Okay. This static value handling, dynamic value handling, and all. I'll give you a task, right? So you should also do that and come back with your questions. So we will discuss in the regular sessions.
Okay. So is there any kind of live interaction, such kind of live applications which are you people are working on the same? So is there any chance to see or observe the things how it works and such kind of activities?
See, I may be getting your question little differently. What is the difference between live application or the demo application?
Demo applications is like there is a multiple applications is available along with the applications. So demo blast meter something some similar kind of applications. Usually people will train in in such kind
Mm-hmm.
of applications.
Mm-hmm.
So in the real time world, we are facing many issues. We are not able to handle the
See,
uh,
see, that is
situations.
see, that is everywhere, right, Damodar? Say like I am explaining one application for my organization, but you are going to join in different organization. That that application knowledge will not help us. Tool knowledge, process knowledge only will help us. So fundamentally, what we are learning with respect to static value handling, fundamentally what we are learning with respect to dynamic value handling only will help us. It is not about Blaze demo or it is not about other applications and all. It is about something is actually coming. How we are going to apply your knowledge, whatever we are learning, right? How we are going to apply your knowledge is actually matters. It is nothing about which application we are using. In that case, if we are giving 100 applications also, sometimes we will not get the confidence, right? Because we need to face the application. Each organization, different application will come. That is not going to be covered in any of the trainings, right? So it is about what learning that we are going to get it, and we are going to apply that learning. That is what we are going to do it, Damodar. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Thank you.
sure. Yeah,
Sir,
you're welcome.
actually.
Are we going to cover Kubernetes and Docker? Uh, I
See,
think you
right now it is
mentioned in
not part
course.
of. See, right now it is not part of the content. So may I know the expectation of it? What is the expectation of Kubernetes and Docker?
To integration with like OpenShift, so many tools are
See,
there.
the end of the day, we are doing performance testing. Tool is actually going to be available in a particular environment, Loknath. Okay, you are going to test the application, irrespective of where it is there. It be it like wherever it is actually hosted, tool is there, application is there. That's all. Okay, this Kubernetes, Docker is all a fancy word only. End of the day, you're going to get an URL, username, password, critical business flow, and you are going to test it. Okay, so see, whatever I am going to explain right now, it is actually holds good for any environment wherever you are working, be it like Linux, Unix, Windows, whatever you are working, it is actually suitable. But if you really wanted to explain some terms and terminology, I'll explain that, Logan. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, guys. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019924227. Today actually we touched upon the understanding. From tomorrow we are going to start the day one topic, the introduction part of it. Please don't miss it, because I told you all the foundation level knowledge we are going to start. And if you are missing certain things, sometimes you may feel like as if like you missed something. So we don't want to miss that, and we wanted to have a continuous learning. Please do not miss the session tomorrow. From the foundation level we are going to start from tomorrow. Day one session we are going to have it. So those who wanted to have the continuous learning, please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. Okay, 8019924227 is number. Okay, guys. So with this, we'll complete our session for today. Thanks for the learners who joined today for evaluating us. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Thanks all. We will continue the same learning in the upcoming days as well. We'll continue the learning of JMeter in a detailed way. Thanks for joining, and have a nice day. Bye bye.